HOA Karen tried to humiliate me. She had no clue karma was about to hit her like a train. In the sleepy town of Willow Creek, where every neighbor knew your business, Karen Mitchell reigned supreme as the HOA president. Her word was law, her smile a weapon, and her clipboard a guillotine. She thrived on control, her eagle eyes spotting every untrimmed hedge or slightly askew mailbox. But to me, Sarah, a 28-year-old single mom scraping by in a fixer-upper, Karen was a storm cloud I couldn't escape. She'd find me for my peeling fence, lecture me about my son's bike left on the lawn, and once even reported my car for suspicious parking because I'd left it on the street overnight. Her latest crusade? To humiliate me at the annual HOA meeting, where she planned to expose my late dues as proof I didn't belong in her neighborhood. The meeting was held in the local diner, a cozy spot with checkered floors and the hum of coffee machines. I sat in the back, my stomach churning, as Karen took the stage, her blonde bob immaculate, her voice dripping with false sweetness. "Some residents," she said, her eyes locking on mine, "think they can skirt the rules while the rest of us uphold standards." The crowd murmured, and I felt their stares like needles. She projected a slideshow of my overdue notices, each slide a jab at my pride. My cheeks burned as whispers spread. I wanted to shrink, to vanish, but my son, Ethan, was watching from home. I had to stay strong. Then came the twist I didn't see coming. Tom, the quiet handyman who'd fixed my fence last month, stood up. He was a loner, always in his faded jacket, never one for crowds. "Karen," he said, his voice steady but sharp, "maybe you should tell everyone about your fines." The room went silent. Karen's smile faltered. Tom pulled out his phone, revealing a mail sproof that Karen had been skimming HOA funds for her own renovations. Gasps rippled through the diner. She'd been dodging her own dues while preaching righteousness. The hypocrisy was staggering. Karen's face turned crimson. "This is slander," she shrieked, slamming her clipboard down. But Tom wasn't done. He played a recording of Karen berating him for questioning her, her voice venomous, calling him trash, who'd never belong. The crowd turned on her, their murmurs now accusations. I watched, stunned, as the woman who'd tormented me unraveled. But instead of triumph, I felt a pang of pity. Karen wasn't just cruel, she was desperate, clinging to power in a world she couldn't control. The meeting descended into chaos. Neighbors shouted, demanding Karen's resignation. She stormed out, vowing revenge, but the damage was done. I thought that was the end. Justice served, karma delivered. But life isn't that tidy. A week later, I found a letter slipped under my door. It was from Karen, handwritten, raw. She confessed to her schemes, her envy of my resilience, my bond with Ethan. She'd lost her husband years ago, she wrote, and control was all she had left. The letter ended with an apology and a plea not to share it. I sat there, torn. She'd hurt me, humiliated me, but this glimpse of her brokenness shifted something in me. Then came the final blow. Karen's house went up for sale. Rumors swirled she'd been sued by the HOA for embezzlement and couldn't afford to stay. I saw her one last time, loading boxes into a truck, her face hollow. I wanted to feel vindicated, but all I felt was a heavy ache. She'd built her own cage, and now it had collapsed. I thought of Ethan, of teaching him to be kind even when it's hard. I slipped her letter back under her door with a note. "You're not your mistakes. Start over." Willow Creek moved on, but the diner still buzzes with the story of Karen's fall. Some call it justice, others call it tragedy. I'm not sure where I stand. Her cruelty was real, but so was her pain. Maybe karma isn't a train, it's a mirror, forcing us to face who we are. What do you think? Was Karen's downfall fair, or does her humanity complicate the scales of justice?